Done. Yeah.
Good afternoon, madam and my dear friends. My name is Chamidu and my actual research is impact of using English songs to improve learners' listening skill of the students in a Cambridge KET, Key English Test Preparation Classroom in Sri Lanka.
What's the timer?
And here's my outline, introduction, background, the approach, business questions, objectives, literary review, methodology, and my action plan is there at the end. So when it comes to listening has been playing a vital role in both academic as well as practical context, and it is beneficial for effective communication, and it has a significant role in language learning. And this action research investigates the impact on listening skills by using English songs among the students in a Cambridge English Test Preparation Classroom. And through this research, participants will be engaged in 10 listening activities associated with songs. That means they are going to listen to songs and fill in the blanks and sometimes choosing the correct answer. Like cutting the extra verb, like that. There are some certain activities, varied activities, and further enhancing listening skill may be tremendously supportive for the students to learn English language efficiently, fulfilling the requirement of both academic and day-to-day communication. Not just for academic, like listening plays a vital role even in day-to-day communication. So my background is like there are 28 students. I have selected 28 students. They are in the age of 13th and 15. Like just after they finish their YLE exams, young learners exams, and they are new in the class, and there are 28 students, and they are being taught to sit for the Cambridge key exam, KET exam. And English, they have this listening has been like they have been doing listening as their exams, part of their curriculum, but using English songs to enhance their knowledge or listening skill is not very common in that area. And before that, I actually I'm going to have a group interview with them, and actually I had a group interview earlier. So according to that, the last time they did something listening activity associated with a song was like 5 months ago, and after that, they've been doing some other listening activities with the audio tracks. And what made myself become interested in this subject is like when I spoke to the success stories of a previous batch of the same institution. Some of them they were listening to music, and because of that they believe that because of that they could enhance their ability, listening ability. So this is my actual approach. This is identifying the action, that means implementation of the songs, and to enhance their listening skill, and test action over time. The data will be gathered through group interviews, pre-test, post-test, and a questionnaire after that. And I have this evaluate action. I'm going to evaluate the action. Collected data will be analyzed, measured using specific analyzing methods and scales to evaluate the information. So something like numerical values when it comes to pre-test and post-test, numerical values like mean, standard deviation will be considered. And adapt, whether to adapt this what we learn from the research or not to adapt, that is up to that's with the result of the research. And this research is both quantitative as well as qualitative. It's a combination research here actually. So I have three main principal answered questions. What are the facts that cause below competency in listening? Actually, I'm going to analyze this by interviewing them. Group interviews will be conducted. As I told you, there are like 28 students, and 4 students at once, at a time, will be interviewed. And after that, good listening sounds enhance the listening skill of the learners in the Cambridge KET English test preparation class that is designed to be found out there. And what is the idea of learners? It's about learners' perception, like how do they feel about application of songs to enhance their listening skill is measured here. And I have 3 basic objectives to find the factors that hinder the improvement of students' listening competency. To create the classroom context where the students can be enthusiastic over rigid involvement. When it comes to these listening activities, what we have noticed is like children are not very excited. Like they like to do speaking activities, especially Cambridge context. And when it comes to listening, they don't have this motivation. So that has to be found out. To prepare students for the listening part of the Cambridge KET English test confidently, like they need to have the right motivation to take the exam. And literary review. Actually, there are ample articles on internet. Like there are some researchers, they have done really good researches. For example, Ali, she's from Lebanese Canadian University. According to her, English songs are great language facts that bundle culture, vocabulary, listening, grammar, and several other language skills in just few points. Actually, her sample, her participants were like, there were 80 participants.
Show him then.
Fine. So there were 6 participants. Okay. 80 participants were there, YLE participants actually. And there she had used nursery rhymes like Wheels on the Bus Roll, like that. So she received intended result actually. And Rubin 1995 emphasized the importance of using varied teaching techniques in classrooms such as authentic materials and technology. So therefore, when listening is practiced in a classroom, it is a tremendous importance if the applications and methods are varied with the aid of technology. Now we have technology almost everywhere. Like it is not limited to a country or geographical area. So they have this vast advantage. And Ross stated the significance of applying new technology in order to encourage improvement of listening comprehension by facilitating learners with the technological and digital materials. So I'm talking about the technology a lot because when it comes to the listening test that we have to adapt to the technologies, at least we need to have a set of speakers and a computer to carry that out. So literature review, and when it comes to Sri Lankan context, only limited articles have been found, and according to Dr. Kasturiarachi, he emphasized the importance of listening as an effective language learning teaching methodology is embodied throughout the process of learning English as a second language. Further, he has emphasized the theoretical background of English language learning, how listening activities can be unified into language learning classroom for exceptional result. Actually, he talked about the implementation of listening as a whole, because Sri Lanka is a country, like in Sri Lankan ESL classroom, we don't prioritize listening that much. For example, state schools, the government syllabus do not consider about listening that much. Now there are some improvements are there.
No, that is completely wrong. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there are some improvements are there, like they've been looking into that matter. And he actually talked about this importance of listening in the education curriculum, but he hasn't discussed about the implementation of the songs as a so this is my methodology. Actually, there are three methodologies are there, like one, the group interviews, and after that post-test and the pre-test, followed by questionnaire. Post-test and pre-test will be the same test, and between that there will be 10 listening activities associated with songs. And I haven't done it like control group and experimental group, because when it comes to songs, we cannot control a group, like as I discussed with Madam. So actually we can't control one group, and because they may have conversation and they may be listening to songs, so there is no control for that. So that variable, so incapability of controlling that variable, so I did not break into two groups. And this is my action plan, and week 1, week 2, selecting the topic limits being found, submitting the research proposal, that means today, and collection of data, analysis of data, validation of data, and write-up is there. So these are my references, and
Okay, good. Yeah, overall good, huh? Overall good. But there are few things that I want to clarify. I'm clarifying all these things to help you, right? Otherwise I can just give you mark and...
yes.
Yeah. So one thing is, you said that you selected the participants. Did you select, or you are just using your classroom?
Madam, actually I'm a teacher over there. So I don't teach them, I teach other classes. Because of that, what you said earlier, like since I'm a teacher, they won't, like they might say something else, and they might try to cheat. So because of that, to omit that, I selected other teachers' classrooms, like
You didn't select students, but you selected another teacher's class. Huh?
Yes.
When you say I selected students, that it can be a purposive sample, like representative sample. You deliberately select. You have not selected deliberately for a reason. No?
Yes.
You have taken another teacher's class.
Yes, ma'am. Omit that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. And the first question, research question: what are the facts that cause? Do you mean factors?
Factors, ma'am.
So the fact here again, yeah?
Sorry.
So what do you think? What are the factors that cause? So you can just say what are the causes? What causes computer here? What are factors is also okay.
Yeah.
But you have said fact me. So right? Okay. So this is now you can't say what are the factors that cause below competency can low competency.
Low. Okay.
Right? Low competence. Low competence in listening. Right? So what are the factors that cause low competency in listening according to students' perspectives? Understand?
Yes.
Right? This is not according to something research or something like that.
Yes.
But what you can do is, once you find out these students' perceptions, go and do a literature review to see whether other research have found those factors. Then you will have a good discussion.
Yes.
Understand? When you analyze these things, you can have a good discussion. Right? Whether these factors tally with the research findings. Now, these are the perspectives of students.
Yes.
One thing is that. The second question: would listening to songs enhance listening skill of the learners in a Cambridge blah blah blah? Yes, no question. Then
That is, madam, with the result of pre-test and post-test numerical.
you can't know because we don't know exactly. No, we can't control all variables. So why don't you have it as an open-ended question? How using songs enhance something like that?
Okay.
How using songs enhance or may enhance How may using songs enhance listening skills of the participant, whatever it is. Participant students, don't use this Cambridge KET, you don't have to use their participant students, right? Okay. Then find out, objective is to find the factors that hinder the improvement of the student. So you can just say to find out the factors that hinder the students' listening proficiency. Okay. Okay. Now according to student perspective, okay. You said that government syllabus is not. So in the syllabus and also in textbooks, all 4 skills and the grammar, in addition to 4 skills, grammar and vocabulary, we are very finely, adequately addressed and contained. Alright, what happens is, you have not understood my point. What happens is, though those all the skills are equally represented in the textbooks and the syllabus, they are not tested ultimately at the 2 high-stakes examinations. The highest stakes examination are based on, test papers are done based on the only reading and writing, not this. So because of that, teachers now, students, parents and teachers, they know that these are not tested. So what happens is negative washback effect. So they tend to neglect those, actually not neglecting, they tend to focus more reading and writing. So automatically these things are neglected. So wrong understanding. Right? Okay, right, good. You have listened to my things and got everything.